Well, for those that may not be aware, Canyon issued a stop ride on their Canyon Aeroad a few months ago, which meant that the people who'd bought their Canyon Aeroad could not ride their bike. And this was because Matthew van der Poel had a handlebar break on him whilst he was riding in an event. And even though it was speculated that this may have been due to him dropping it or it hitting a car earlier, Canyon decided to issue a stop ride, and they're going to develop a new handlebar and replace it. So there's been a few updates. So let's roll an intro and let's get into it. Well, to keep the teams riding, Canyon gave instructions to the mechanics to drill some holes in non-critical places in the handlebars and the frame, so then they could actually run the cables externally so the riders could keep riding and keep using the Canyon Aeroad bikes. But they didn't offer this to people who had bought the bike. There was just a stop ride issued. So there's been a few sightings from some shared pictures which show that Matthew van der Poel has been riding a Canyon Aeroad where the cables are now integrated back into the handlebar, the head stem and the headset. So this could be really good news for people who've been waiting for the replacement handlebar with the stop ride that was issued. Now, hearing that some of the pro riders are using a fully integrated handlebar again must be music to people's ears who have had this stop ride issued and they can't ride their bike. Now, I will just have to say that people who have got these Canyon Aeroad, please don't ride them, because if you have a serious accident or the bike fails, or even if you just have an accident which may not be related to the handlebars, insurance companies may void any claim that you have because the manufacturer has issued a stop ride, and they'll just say, hey, look, you shouldn't have been riding it, and you'll get nothing. So guys, just be aware of that if you are riding your Canyon Aeroad during this stop ride issue. So although there's been some bad news surrounding the Canyon Aeroad, and that's with the handlebar and previously the seat post, this is actually really good news that Canyon are in the final stages of developing this handlebar, and it's actually being trialled on the pro riders' bikes, which means the actual design criteria has all been completed and they're just making sure that the product works as advertised before they release it out to their customers. Now, Canyon could have tried to sweep this under the carpet and said, oh, look, it wasn't related to any manufacturing defect. The bike had had a knock previously, as was suggested, and the handlebars failed due to that reason. But no, Canyon stood up and stood behind their product and actually said, no, stop ride. We're going to replace the handlebars. We're going to redesign the handlebars, which really, for a company, is a significant cost. And even their branding out there is going to be damaged to some degree. So they took a really big risk to make sure that these handlebars are going to be right, because if your handlebar fails, you could have a serious accident with the user of your product. So that's one thing that I will really say, even though there's been some hard times for Canyon and their brand took a real knock, they've stood by their product and said, we'll replace it. Now, Canyon did set a target of July to have this handlebar completed and sent out to their customers as a replacement, and then lifting the stop ride. And that seems to fit the timing here. We're in July right now, and the riders have been using this new handlebar. So I would say for those people who have had a stop ride on their Canyon Aeroad, it shouldn't be too far away. I would say within probably the next couple of weeks, you'll probably hear from Canyon or get an email or a letter saying, hey, look, you'll be receiving your handlebars shortly, which is a really good thing, so people can get out there, ride their bike and enjoy the product. Now guys, please subscribe and please like the video, because it really helps with the algorithm, because that's how YouTube works. If you have more interaction with the videos, it pushes the algorithm, and then more people get to see the video and they can get more of this information, and we get a bigger community to be able to share information between each other. And I've noticed there's a lot of Ninja Watches out there. We've had 100,000 views in the last month and only 700 subscribers. Now, guys, liking the video and subscribing to the video is completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. All you do is just get some extra notifications. And if you like the video, you don't even have to worry about that. So come on, guys, like the video, sub to the channel so we can get the community bigger and we can share a lot of this information. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it, guys, and I'm going to see you next vid. Cheers.